Hi guys, good morning. My name is Victor Modo from Mozero Sport, and we're doing this again. Yes, I'm here to give you a roundup of Nigerian players that played football over the weekend across different leagues in the world. First of all, no, this is not a comprehensive list. Nigerian players are a lot. If I give you a list of all Nigerian players, we'll probably not live here today. So this is just a roundup of a few select players that played for their different clubs last weekend. I'll go Friday, Saturday, Sunday and put them all together. I'm also not in the regular studio. I've not resumed to work since after the international break, but that will be fixed this weekend. So let's get straight to it. We start very easily from the FA Cup. That's the English Premier. That's the English League, and the FA Cup. Calvin Bassey and Alexander Iwobi lost disgracefully, dramatically to Crystal Palace and Eberechieze in the FA Cup. Eberechieze was tormentor in chief as Crystal Palace ran all over Fulham in this one. It was a very, very disgraceful performance for Fulham, mostly as they were at home. Eberechi got a goal and an assist to ensure that his team didn't zobu to the final line. Moving away from him, I go back to Taiwo Awoniyi and Ola Aina. Awoniyi and Aina both started their FA Cup game against Brighton Hove Albion. Also on Saturday. On Saturday, yes, they went all out. Taiwo huffed and puffed, but did not finish the game. He lasted in this one for about Taiwo was withdrawn early in the second half in this one, while Ola lasted the full 120 minutes but did not get to kick a penalty. However, the team is in the semi-final. They are going to Wembley officially. Best of luck to Taiwo, best of luck to Ola Aina. Again, injury na bastard, yes, because the reason why Taiwo has played only approximately 26 games this season, of which started only 20 in the Premier League as subbed, and then the other ones are cup appearances 3-1 is because of the injury he got towards the end of last season that made Chris Wood leapfrog him. So injury again, na bastard. Moving on. 5-4, hold on, someone else played good. 5-4, 3-2-1, go. Moving on to the championship, Tom Dele-Bashiru, that's the elder brother of Fisayo Dele-Bashiru, who's currently an established Super Eagles star. They played out a 0-0 home draw against Plymouth Argyle. I try to mention that well, Plymouth Argyle. Now that team also has a Nigerian, and that's Mohammed Tijani, but both of them could not do anything to get on the score sheet. The game ended 0-0. Both teams took their draw soup and they went home with it. Kelechi Iheanacho scored his first goal in 114 days for his new side, Middlesbrough. Now that goes a long way in repaying the faith that Michael Carrick placed in him by bringing him over from Sevilla, and I'm so happy that senior man can get a goal again. Senior man can do that celebration with the two hands up, and I hope that very soon we'll start talking about the new soap that senior man is using at the moment. His team was 1-1 at the break. He stepped up, made it 2-1, and ultimately led them to a 3-1 victory in this game. Moving away from that, just honorable mention to Kelechi Nwakali. I mean, his league is not, I do Premiership, Championship, I don't go lower, but Kelechi Nwakali has been a Super Eagles star, under 17 star, so let us touch on it. Kelechi Nwakali and his Barnsley side played out a 1-1 draw away from home. The former kid prodigy, yes, played all of 90 minutes for his side, but again, it was not enough to give them the victory, and they'll settle for a point on the road. Away from England totally, I go over to Italy, and I can just start with Ebenezer Akinsamiro and his Sampdoria side. They were beaten massively at home by their visitors, Frisone. I mean, it's the kind of beating that you don't expect from a home side, a side as big as Sampdoria is, but they were beaten massively at home. This is not in the first division, this is in the second division of football in Italy. Ebenezer came off the bench in the 5th minute of action, but could do nothing to help his side turn the tide, and they just following teammates line up, they collect the koboko, what did they give them straight, made the team just they go. Also talking about Italy, I jump back to it. Ademola Lookman and his Atlanta side fell on their swords away from home against Fiorentina, losing 1-0. Now Lookman huffed to, he puffed to, he tried to use key, break the padlock where Fiorentina get, but nothing happened. They ultimately lost 1-0. That particular game tear almost every ticket what you fit think about for Naija Sporty Bet. But let us do as if we don't know what happen. We don't gamble over here. Moving on to Udinese, Maduka Okoye and his side lost 2-1 away from home to Inter Milan in the Serie A. Now, Maduka has undoubtedly taken back his number 1 position in the game, so it's good to see that he's back within the sticks, which means that he's technically going to be back within the sticks for the Super Eagles, or at least in the team for the Super Eagles. But he chopped 2 goals, they scored only 1. Mata finished a carry Koboko come out for Inter Milan home. Samuel Chukwueze and his AC Milan side also lost 2-1 to Napoli. In short, it be like everybody wey dey play for Italy, wey be Nigeria, and collect. They just collect this period. You get Samuel came on in the 55th minute of action too, but still could not change the game. They go there, collect their 2-1, come up for Napoli hand. Moving away from Italy, the biggest news, I want to jump Germany I wanted to do and go to France because my body dey scratch me. The biggest news coming out of France is Terem Murphy is back. Now, let me just say it this way, right? I've seen players deal with injury. I've seen players have mental breakdowns over injuries and what it does to their career, to their psyche, to their boldness on the pitch, right? So when a player goes on a long injury that takes him out for a long time and he comes back and can step on the pitch again to compete, it feels as if they are given another chance to do it. So I'm so happy that Terem Murphy is back in action for his side, and I'm so happy and I pray that he never sees any of this stuff that he saw again. No more long injuries, my guy. Back to the news. Temoyo and his Nice side lost away from home 2-1 against Monaco. So it not even concern me how many minutes he play. I'm just happy for the fact that Terem Murphy is back on the pitch, and I hope that he hits the height he was hitting just before injury came his way. Also in France, also in Ligue 1, Gabriel Osho and his Auxerre side won 1-0 at home against Montpellier. Gabriel featured for all of 90 minutes in this one. One of our centre back options that did not make the last international cut under Eric Schell from his 39-man list to his 23-man list. You guys understand, right? Good. But Simon also continued his hot streak of form for Nantes in their 3-2 away loss. Okay, Tinkham, hot streak of form, but they still lose. Yes, exactly. He got a goal in this one, and as usual was tormentor in chief, but they still could not make it count. They couldn't get a point. They fell on their sword. They lost, and they went home away to La Havre. I'm coming to France. We'll get all these names right. I am coming to France, my guys. Wait for me. In Germany, Frank Onyeka and Gift Orban went head-to-head in the Bundesliga, with both teams settling for a point apiece. Osborne went ahead in the 46th minute before Hoffenheim pulled level in the 71st minute. Now, Gift Orban was withdrawn in the 61st minute, while Frank Onyeka followed him for back, come out in the 72nd minute. Now, remember, we are all still scratching our heads that Frank Onyeka did not make the last World Cup qualifier list. It shocked a lot of people. Shocked me personally. I'm sure it must have shocked the player too. Yes, but it's what it is. Remember, from that World Cup qualifier, we got 4 points from a possible 6. Nobody is going to hear me say we drew this or that. I'll just tell you that we got 4 points from a possible 6. Yes, so if our World Cup dreams are over, it's over. If it's not over, we are going to fight to the final whistle. Our captain has said we'll fight to the end. Ola has said he's going to the World Cup. What's his name? Iwobi has said this World Cup we go am. So yes, we start with our players. We'll go that World Cup. When they talk, say they won't go. Matter finish like that. Pure and simple. Pump and plain. If you don't like them, you call police. All right. Now, touching also on our I would say long forgotten number 1. Yes, in Cyprus, Francis Uzor was on the bench throughout his side's 3-1 loss to Paphos. Now, normally, I know they touch those with the bench, but honorary mention to players that have done their duty for Nigeria over time, whether it works for them at the moment or not. In Scotland, let's talk about Leon Balogun and Cyril Dessers. Yes, they played out an interesting 3-4 away win against Dundee United in the Scottish Premiership. Now, both players started this game with Cyril Dessers playing all of 90 minutes and ultimately having the last laugh. Yes, he scored the last goal of this game in 90 plus 3 minutes to seal victory for his side and celebrate massively. I mean, it was a game of a lot of back and forth, but they ultimately fought back from a 3-1 losing position to win 4-3. That is the stuff of champions. And also, if we are going by what is being said currently by Ongo Nigeria, it means that we are about to see an opportunity to have the Oyibo wall back together for the national team. Ongo says that Leon Balogun is back in favor to return to a national team, and that players even asked to have him back because of his experience. If that happens, Leon Balogun is back in the team, and we might see the Oyibo wall again. My first game for the Super Eagles, Cameroon, we had the Oyibo wall. We had the Oyibo wall feature in that. We might just see the Oyibo wall again play this out. In Turkey, Victor Osimhen and his Galatasaray side lost 2-1 away from home to Besiktas. This particular sleep don't give the night crawlers, the king of the night, Jose Mourinho, and the Fenerbahce side hope that it's possible that they can still try. I mean, there is still a good distance. Well, in football terms, there's really no distance, but it's the distance between first and second. But this sleep by Fenerbahce gives them hope that, okay, maybe they go sleep again. Let us just keep doing our due diligence, win our own matches, and hope an opportunity comes for us to try to win the league. But Osimhen, Muna Sareo, I want to, at the end of this discussion, I want to say league champion Italy, league champion Turkey. Then we'll go chop Turkey together. Locked in stone. Moving on to Major League Soccer, Yusuf Abdullahi and his New England side won 2-1 on home ground against New York Red Bull. Now, Yusuf started in this one on his return from international break and helped his side to victory. Yusuf Abdullahi, solid player. If you guys remember, he came on for in a makeshift position right back in our game Rwanda versus Nigeria and tried to do his shift to help us maintain the 2-0 scoreline. Chidozie Awaziem, bros, at the time the finest Super Eagles player in camp. Yes, Chidozie Awaziem also featured for his Colorado Rapids side in their 2-0 victory over Charlotte FC. He played for all of 90 minutes and got a yellow card for his troubles. Yes, took one for the team and sure say it's settled. That 3 points and clean sheet will carry and come on. Before I continue, you can read all of this news, everything on Mozero Sport. Yes, we are still loading, but the website is up and running, right? We are still getting our prices right, but you can read all of this Super Eagles Roundup on Mozero Sport. It's always available weekend after weekend, weekday after weekday. Moving on from there, I go over to Spain. Now, Sadiq Umar and his Valencia side won at home one at home against Mallorca in La Liga. Sadiq started this game and exited the pitch in the 75th minute to a standing ovation from his side. Now, Sadiq's story is always a very, very inspiring one. Not getting minutes at your home side, style of play not favoring you. It seemed they were not delivering what should have been delivered. And then you take a move next door and all of a sudden, bam, 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 bam. You get your call up back, you score goals, you're back in form. And he also won La Liga Goal of the Month. That is no mean feat for someone that could not get games or could not get goals. And he won for an amazing back flick in that game. So that's wonderful news for Sadiq Umar. I'm so happy for the brother. Keep at it. Do not stop, Sadiq. Do not stop. Do not stop at all. Moving still in Spain, Ako Adams and Chidera Ejuke were on the receiving end of a 2-1 loss against Real Betis. Now, both players were second half subs in this game and they could not do anything to change the course of the game. For those that don't know Chidera Ejuke, he is the same player with a bag of tricks up his sleeves, that can basically play like Neymar, play like who again? Play like the best dribblers in the world you have seen when he wants to. Sadly, that game was not the game he needed to, and I hope that he gets a lot more minutes starting so we can see a lot more of his quality on the field of play. Moving over to Belgium, Jordan Arokodare and Yiraso were in action for their Genk side against another Nigerian. I will never get this right. Jordan Torunariga. Yes, I know I'm killed again, but yes, against Jordan's side, Ghent, in their 4-0 win over Ghent. Yes, it was so for Tolu. It was third time lucky. I think a penalty a goal was cancelled. We had another opportunity to score before he finally got a goal in this one and then did the celebration to mad. Now that's not a celebration of who just scored one goal. The celebration of who in village people won't try make it no score. The first they cancel. When they can't score, he can't like yes, make it 10 and say nothing they stop. Say he still break their plan. But they won this one 4-0. Yiraso also came on in this one in the game to help his side. Didn't get a goal, didn't get an assist, but ultimately they won 4-0 and had a blast and the time of their lives. So there you have it. That's my roundup for Super Eagles players that played over the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some will play again on Wednesday. You have some next week. You can read all of this mozerosport.com. But before I leave, I want to tell you that Sporting Lagos is back in action. Yes, Sporting Lagos is back in action on Sunday. We are playing Calabar Rovers. So I invite all of you to come over, come and watch good football, come and enjoy the vibes, come and enjoy our happy corner, come and enjoy the VIP boxes. I think it's like 25,000 for a season, and the VIP box, and happy corner is like 5,000 naira. So just come, enjoy yourself, have a blast, enjoy good football, come with your family, come with your friends, come and enjoy the vibe at this one. My name is Victor Modo. See you on the next one.